Hello everyone, welcome to the Sky Network Show, Season 3, guys. And we are fast tracking this time. Happy to be here. Would like to acknowledge our guest today, who is joining this show um, for a long time, Riji Marquez. And we have with us Yogesh Patsala.
Hi everyone, good to be here.
I hope everybody is able to see the. Okay, I think you guys are seeing the wrong thing, but okay, let me move to the right thing. All right, everyone. Welcome to the Sky Network show. Season 3 is live, guys. And this is what season 3 of the Sky Network show looks like. So, let's breathe in and take this in. And this is a new start. This is a season 3 premiere episode. And myself, I'm Sandeep Joshi. And I think let's start with the introduction and let's start the show this season from the start for also those users who are new joiners to this ecosystem, or those who are joining new, or just hearing about the Sky. So welcome, guys. And also, this is a quite a big change in our routine show, which we have been doing for this so long time. And we are now making it into the structured format, and now we are going with this 10 episode structure. So I'm glad to announce this to the community, and looking forward for the support and appreciation. And yeah, I'm just glad. How about you, Yogesh?
Absolutely. This is the best time of the entire Sky ecosystem because, see, if you look at this season three, that's totally advanced, and the Sky and the project and the community has gone through a lot of development, and it's been through, done that, been there. But now it's getting better, stronger, and uh, most efficient system and ecosystem in this industry. So look at this Sky Network show, season three, maximizing the crypto bull run. Absolutely phenomenal topic that we can talk about.
Yeah, over to you, Richie. Let's start with the introduction for the community. And yeah, I know because this is like fourth or fifth appearance on the Sky Network show, but now we are evolving, and would love to. Yeah, you can go ahead with your introduction, and yeah, let's start
Hey
sharing.
everyone, thanks for having me. For those who don't know who I am, Richie Marcus, CEO and founder of Evolve Blockchain. And like Yogesh and Sandeep were saying, I will be a common a view for you guys going forward on the show. And I'm happy to be so. The ideas and new concepts that we're bringing out and partnership between Evolve and Skycoin is going to really benefit both communities. And I look forward to the innovation and the evolution that's about to happen before our eyes.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, Evolve blockchain and Sky ecosystem together can create a lot of magic. And taking the whole endeavor to the next level. So really excited to be part of this journey and have you in this ecosystem. And yeah, looking forward for the successful cooperations.
100%.
Okay, guys. And also, let's give you some energy, and let's not make this show, just talk, and let's pour in some more energy, guys. And let's acknowledge the community. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. So many people joining us on X. We are also live on our Facebook. Also, we are live on our YouTube. Uh, Everybody who has joined and will stay till the end of the episode will be able to earn the rewards as well. So stay tuned, and make sure to stay focused, right? Because I would like to also acknowledge one more thing here, that Yogesh has been doing like productivity things. So I think for the focus, he will be the right person to talk. And the way we are shifting our focus, on the utilities of Sky, it is really breathtaking and phenomenal. So I think, Yogesh, would you like to let our user know more about the Sky multi-chain expansion?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So the Sky already been into the three networks. So Sky existed on mainnet, on Ethereum blockchain, and on Binance Smart Chain. But having the Sky be present in multiple network create a lot of utility and new opportunity for trading and arbitration, and also tap into the communities of those networks. So very powerful concept. And if the Sky exists, and let's say at the moment it's like 7 or 8, but down the road it can grow to more networks, let's say 50 networks, let's say for example. So just think about it, how much exposure that we can get just out of being there on different network. So Sky expansion on different network, absolutely phenomenal step. Number two, the liquidity. Because of there are a lot of liquidity on all other places. Now think about it in going to the coin gecko, and if you look at down in the market, if there are, let's say, 50 markets, maybe 100 markets, so it gives a lot of credibility when the project is traded on multiple markets instead of just one or two or few markets. So expanding on multiple network is the one of the big steps that the ecosystem can have.
Yeah, definitely, Yogesh. And with the going this multi-chain, it has helped our like ecosystem a lot. For example, um, now the dApp builders or those who want to build on Sky Network can make take the benefit of all the DeFi protocols. They can. It allows us to for Sky to be traded on so many decks. Like we have just started with Uniswap, and end of the day, it is all about taking control out of everybody, and giving the control to every Sky holder. And again, this whole episode 10 episode series is dedicated towards making our community member learn everything which has to know about Sky or blockchain technology or AI technology or every all the technologies in general, uh, and learn how to do it by themselves, while keeping the control, and make benefit of this crypto bull run. So that is what we are advocating here. And Richie, would you like to comment on that, like that specific part, right, where we are giving the control to the community members?
100%. When it comes to the different Sky wrapped tokens on different networks, it just strengthens the community as a whole. So you're not just on one blockchain anymore, you're going to multiple blockchains. The interoperability and be able to use the strengths of different blockchains. For example, the network of Ethereum, which is vast and one of the biggest ones out there. Now you can use those dexes, you can participate in that ecosystem at any point in time, jump back into the Sky or jump into the BNB or any other networks that you guys offer. This gives no one point of failure when it comes to the network itself, as you can jump from bridge over from network to network to network, and that just improves. That just I think the end vision for blockchain itself is not one blockchain. It's not just one network. It's multiple networks used by multiple people for different use cases. So Sky now can be used for the strengths of other networks, the other interoperability, and everything else. It just strengthens the token itself. It increases security and it adds more value to the actual community holders.
Yeah. And definitely, and it will also open a lot of arbitration opportunities also, guys. Again, as I said, those who will be staying till the end of the show will be able to participate in a new meme coin token on secure chain AI. But other than that, those who will be like following this whole process through and like through the 10 episodes, and be part of that, you will be able to see the transformation in yourself also, right? Because with the help of the knowledge about the technology, blockchain and web3 ecosystem, and not just having the knowledge but actually doing it by yourself, right? Adding the liquidity to the pools, or using the dex, or using the smart contracts, it will also enable you to participate more with the web3 ecosystem. And everybody like who is right now present in this meeting for sure would agree on one thing, that you cannot ignore web3 ecosystem. There's no way around it. You like either today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but it is you cannot avoid it. You will have to get on the bus. What is your views, Yogesh?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So it also supports the values, the core value of the project, which is democracy and decentralization. So when the all the tokens are on different network, then it has a more control over the community instead of few people or centralized control. So I think having a decentralized and community-owned project, that's the ultimate goal. And let the community and let the decentralization technology take care of the all the concern and everything, right? So that's the core of the blockchain. That it's a community project. It's the people who own and run and grow and make it to the success. So that's the ultimate vision.
Yeah, definitely, Richie. So definitely, thank you very much, Yogesh, for putting views on this. Also, Richie, I would like to take your also input on this.
Yeah, well, when it comes to blockchain, the most important part of any blockchain is the community that uses it. So the more tools you give your community, the more options you give your community, the bigger that community can grow. Because not everyone agrees on one blockchain is the best. One blockchain has all the strengths that they need for everything they do when they're building and innovating in the space, because every blockchain is vastly different, right? From consensus to speed to security, no blockchain is the same. So us giving that community the choice to jump from whatever network they choose that is more beneficial to them at that time, or is more of a use case for the proposition or whatever they're trying to build, is increasingly and very important, just because of, well, at the end of the day, we all have different choices. We all have different opinions. We all have different views. Now, the other part here that we'll touch on, I'm assuming a little later, is the security feature of, if you ever had to do an update, if you ever had to do something of significance, you've now streamlined that process significantly, where other migrations or updates would have taken months, and there would be a big community shift there where they'd have to burn coins and reissue new coins and have that migration. You just solved that problem in an elegant fashion, where people could just jump over from Sky Network to one of the other networks and then jump back when the update's done. And that's something that's extremely important when it comes to security and streamlined and just facilitating that whole process if it ever was ever needed, right? So that's something, a big key feature of this as well.
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah. So you, Richie, pointed out the security risk, and the topics of security is very fundamental in the world of blockchain, because see, it's a huge market pain point as well. So if you look at the last year's data, even there are billions of dollars of crypto has been stolen. So when it comes to security, it's the most important aspects of this entire industry. Even though it's a decentralized, there are a lot of security concerns.
100%.
Right. So yeah, definitely. So getting working on top of those challenges, and by the way, the bigger challenge is the bigger opportunity. So when we talk about the tackling all those market problems, then it gives a lot of opportunity to capitalize on that. So this is the best time right now to build on this, and yeah, I mean the entire roadmap of the Sky Network show is the way to go.
Yeah, and everybody had the complaint, guys. Like I've been there from the day one, and I mean, again, we'll change. I think we'll change this, but again, just I'll put it simply that those who have been there, there has always been complaints that okay, you guys are not doing enough for the marketing, right? And now let's take the show to the next level and show everybody that what marketing is all about. It's not about like just praising everybody and creating hype that okay, this is going to moon, this is going to moon. No, it is actually going to the moon, guys. So that is the distinction.
Right.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And one of the things I want to take, Sandeep, is a burn. So basically, being a Sky, a deflationary project. So it's very important to understand that if the coins are being burnt significantly continuously, that gives the project a long-term sustainability and long-term growth. So, as per the economic law of supply and demand, so if the supply is decreasing and the demand is increasing, then it has a very much potential of into that project. So, another component into this is the circulation supply. When the supply of the project is in the circulation, or I would say majority of the supply should be in the circulation, which means it gives a powerful indication of the strength and the positivity of the project, because there are no single party holding the sky or any coin. So in case of sky, whatever at the moment, once this process migration process will be complete, almost coin sky coin up to 70%, 80%,
Yeah,
Sandeep,
yeah,
that will be on the market, on the hands of the community. So when that will happen, and rest will be locked in a smart contract and be released based for the validators and all those people. So there will not be any custodial reserve or things like that. So there are no sky laying down here and there. Anyone wants sky, they have to buy it. Simple as that. So there are no free sky anywhere exist, and the supply of the coin constantly reducing. That will be good for the project.
yeah, yeah, definitely, Yogesh. And just to add on top of it, I mean, I'll also discuss it when it comes to the bridge part. But in order, so for example, on our main net, we have this burning mechanism where 50% of our gas fees are burned. But we don't have, everybody might be questioning that, okay, with going multi chain now to it's all token, what will happen to the burn program, right? So, in order to make sure of that, what we have came up with is the bridge will have certain fees, okay, and that fees will be directly burnt. So all the multi-chain are whenever the network swaps are happening, it also kind of reduces the total supply. So this will kind of empower our burning mechanism even more. So also the biggest thing, like we are already burning like 200 million sky. So we have already burnt 20 million. So we are burning 20 million each every week, every Sunday. So in last, so we already like burnt more than 40 million, and tomorrow we'll be burning another 20 million sky. uh, so of the total supply of the project was previously 700 million. Now we are like in next so end of this 10 weeks program, like even I think during the episode 6 or 7, we'll be done with the burn, and that should also add much more value to the holders. Also, Richie, of course, we cannot, move ahead without mentioning the partnerships which we are coming up with, right? With the League of Blockchains, we and Evolve Blockchain coming together and forming this partnership in the technology as well as community. So, okay,
That's
so
basically their vision, right? So having the resources put in place where not just our blockchains, but future blockchains that are developed are supported. They have access to liquidity, they have access to exchanges, they have access to the resources that they need to succeed. Because let's face it, it's very hard to build out the blockchain and have it successful. This ecosystem is not just one blockchain to rule them all. It's many blockchains all over the world being used for different use cases, and I think that the only way we all win is if we all work together. A rising tide rises all ships. And at the end of the day, this crypto space itself will not have mass adoption if we don't work together, if we don't do what's best for the ecosystem itself and not just what's best for a specific network. I think there's so much opportunity and so many more people are going to join this ecosystem. We are alluding to that earlier when it's going to happen. Web3 is coming, whether we like it or not. We obviously love it, but some are hesitant. So we really have to do a few different things. The educational side is extremely important. The support and the resources is extremely important. And League of Blockchain, that vision is to build this consortium of blockchain founders, liquidity providers, dexes, exchanges, all working together to really support not just our own projects, but the new projects coming out in the future.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, yes, this is a very powerful cooperation and the possibility of the ecosystem growth. All right. So, I think we are complete with that. So, would you like Sandeep to go over to the what's the episode one?
Yeah. All right, guys. So now we are moving to the next section of this show. So come on, everybody. Let's have some more energy and let's acknowledge each other for joining the show. And thank you very much. And thank you for being the part of Sky community. And now let's go through the what season three of the Sky Network show is about. Right? We'll go through each episode. So each episode has a name. So again, after the show, I'll be unveiling this. I'll be sharing this link like with the community, so everybody will have the access to this website, so where you can visit and check the show. What is what, and also claim your rewards through this website as well. So here you can see we discussed about the bull run. So that is today's episode. Now what's going to be coming is second episode, which will be all about multi-chain madness, where we will be uh, I'm sure that before that we'll have the bridge working, which is our wormhole bridge. Okay, and with that wormhole bridge, so also like from the next show onwards, we also might try to show some like live tutorials and actions as well, right? So end of the day, it is all about taking actions. And like if you'll just listen to what we are saying and turn off the show and then you just go as your life, you will not actually make any benefit out of it, right? So when you are investing your time and effort into something, I also want you to make that benefit out of it, right? So what is your view, Yogesh?
All
uh,
right. Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah,
so
definitely. Yes, Sandeep. So the entire the multi-network, there are many components to this. Okay, so it has infinite possibilities. Already says so multi-networks and cross-chain liquidity, and I mean everything is Sandeep. It's a very powerful concept for this apps.
Correct. So basically, in this episode, what we'll be covering is so basically with this multi-network, how you can what are the opportunity it creates, and how you can actually benefit it, like how to do it, how to add the liquidity, or how to how you can do the market making with sky pools, or how you can do it's everything where you can be integral part of the web3 ecosystem. Like, see, providing liquidity is not a small task, and with the help of what we are achieving, like going through, so I'll be definitely discussing that later with the sky dot exchange, right, which is our decentralized exchange. uh, and with this, each and every community member is getting the benefit of being the integral part of it. So when you are putting in the liquidity to any program or any project or any everywhere, like this is you are actually become robust pillar of this ecosystem. And as the ecosystem grows, as you also grow. So I think I mean, again, in my perception, this is again my point of view, but I do see this as a significant value, and a way to make the best benefit out of this crypto bull run. Richie, I would like to take your views. What do you think? Like, what do you think about liquidity in general and liquidity staking and all those practices?
It's extremely important to have liquid markets, right? You need to be able to trade it and be able to buy and sell it at any point in time. That's a signal of a healthy and vibrant community and token. And the other part there is the actual volume. So you having this exposure to so many different networks and having that many more people able to buy and sell Skycoin or any coin in general is going to bring up your key functions. Your burn mechanism is going to be advanced. It's going to be increased by having all these trading pairs. And that, as an extent, is going to bring scarcity to your network, right? So, for everyone that knows myself, I'm a big advocate of the fundamentals, and a burn function is something it's really important in my opinion, because our economies that we've seen in our normal day lives have all suffered from inflation. So this solves inflation by doing the opposite, bringing scarcity, bringing value, right, and stimulating a trading environment or an ecosystem that is healthier and that grows over time while bringing more value at the same time. So all of these trading pairs only add value at increased liquidity and increased tradings, which then increases your burn. And then hopefully the opposite happens where if there's less supply and same demand, the price should be supported, but obviously not financial advice. So yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. This is really, I think most chains should incorporate some type of cross bridge ecosystem with other networks like you guys are doing. And I know at Evolve, we will definitely look to do the same thing.
Uh, yeah, definitely, Richie. Also, with so with this second episode, we'll also be giving the rewards to the best arbitrage strategy, which has been shared by anybody from community members or so those who will be participating. Who can or those who are who have already added the liquidity or who will do after that episode 2, that is also fine, but so basically by taking action you can basically take rewards. It's as simple as that. So if you will do something you will get rewarded. It's as simple as that. What is your view, Yogesh?
Yeah, yeah. Community rewards and community engagement is the key. So if community is participating into the project, it's perfect.
Yeah. Also, guys, let me acknowledge one more thing that Yogesh had a prior appointment, so he has to actually leave, but he's trying to be with us. So, Yogesh, feel free, and it's up to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sandeep, and thank you, community. It was great pleasure to have a conversation with you today, and I wish you everyone have a successful this session and also weekend and also next week ahead. So thank you, Sandeep, and thank you, Richie.
Take care, Yogesh. See you soon.
Yogesh, thank you very much for being this integral part of the secure chain ecosystem. And yeah, we'll see you next week in the episode 2. So thank you very much for being with us.
Welcome, and thank you so much as well.
All righty then. All right, guys. So from here on, we will be moving to the episode 3. So let's give me just one moment so I can to the screen. Here we go. And the name of episode 3 is DeFi Fort Knox, right? So, Richie, what do you think about the names of the episodes, man?
The names, they're good.
Yeah.
I think that this is going to cover most points here, and we'll have a full, in-depth understanding as a community of the future of Skycoin, right? Like this, for example, the security element when it comes to the swaps, to the bridges, to trading it's critical because how many times have you seen where someone launches a token on a swap and then five other contracts are created that are all scam contracts, and within 10-20 minutes the the price goes up and then liquidity is dropped. They pull the rug on the community. So it's extremely important to make sure that you guys are going to the official websites and making sure that you're actually on the correct swaps and actually on the correct bridge website so you don't have those problems, right? Verify and check double because every day there's a new scammer out there. And we want to make sure our communities are kept as secure as possible and avoid some of those pain points because when you start in crypto and you run into one of these scams and you lose a significant amount of money or assets, right? These valuable Sky coins or Evo coins, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And some people leave the ecosystem altogether and never come back. So everyone out there, make sure, verify and double check it's the actual correct contract and you're not on someone just making a random contract calling a Sky coin and then you end up with a bad situation.
Definitely. And yeah, when I was coming up with the season 3, right? So because actually today was supposed to be episode 16 season 2, and we were discussing, and me and Yogesh we had spent like almost 30 40 hours something together on brainstorming everything, coming up with the plan, coming up with the technology, delivering things, and acknowledging, sorry, for the fumble, but it's a really messy word. So No, Jing, I don't want to do it again. Okay, Richie. But so when I was, creating this program for season three, we were not you like we could have took the season two up to 52 episodes like we did with the season one. But those who have been with us would know that we have always been waiting for that right time. Right? We have always talked about it, and everyone, every community member has had their own time frame of bull run, but we were still committed to our goal, and I think we are on the right time. And if you'll see the like response from the community shows that, and overall market shows that like when something is going good, you don't have to be that does not have to be numbers, but you can see it in the project, right?
Natural progress, right? It's the natural creation, the natural growth of a community over time. You guys have been doing this for years, and that's what it takes. There's no easy path here. There's no quick get there quicker cheat code. It's working hard. It's delivering. It's giving utility. It's building products. Doing what's best for your community, like you guys are doing with these cross networks, bridges, the wormhole itself. It's what do you call it? Tiring and thankless efforts at times where you're just working long, long hours and no one sees what's happening behind the scenes. We do, we've seen it, but yeah, it's all what's best for that community at the end, and it reflects when the community sees that effort and really gets invested in the network itself and supporting the team members and the shows like we're doing now. Extremely important because at the end of the day, like we said before, community is the life and soul of a blockchain. If you don't have a community, if you don't have people engaging, working, talking about your blockchain and your network, then your network doesn't do well. So yeah, I completely agree with what you guys have done and what the future vision is here because it's extremely important.
Yeah, Richie. Also, those community members who come up with the best security tip shared on the, like, again, guys, be active on the X, be active on the Telegram, and because every episode, those like top five people who has got the most interaction on X will always be getting the rewards. So there will be a lot of rewards available for this thing, and actually we have actually came up with a separate system to deliver this rewards as well, right? So in order so I'll also share that also going forward, but for now let's not take too much of time on each episode because we will be doing that episodes at that time. But let's move to the fourth episode, and that is the burn effect, right? You're reaching again. We are back to the same question. How see burn is the best possible way to distribute the rewards or basically value to the every holder, right?
Yeah, and sometimes it's the tokenomics, or what we like to call economics at Evolve, is so important. So the amount of coins in circulation, the way your blockchain works, is what sets you apart, right? You being inflationary is one thing, and you being deflationary is a completely different thing. That scarcity factor, I think that everyone over time will acknowledge or see that it just adds value, right? I'm a big proponent of the burn function itself, right? And there's extremes to everything, right? So it has to be a balanced burn, but it's going to just bring value. It's going to just bring scarcity. It's going to help the community. It just as you grow, it also allows that price action to grow with you, right? If you had a coin that had 100 billion supply, then the growth of that coin, and if it was inflationary, you're actually doing the opposite. You're taxing almost your community, right? You're just creating more and more and more supply. So it's hard for that valuation of your token or your coin to keep up with that unless you're constantly adding new utilities. But now, if you have the burn function, it's the opposite. That supply is continuously coming down. If your community is vibrant and trading and active, then that supports that community, that brings scarcity, that really helps support that whole ecosystem because of this function.
Yeah. Also, Richie, like when it comes to market, right? this is one of the, like, what you can say, standard scenario which many. So for example, you talked about the inflation, right? So burn, what we get is deflationary mechanism. But with staking, right, staking rewards also, I mean, for mining and staking, like proof of stake, that is different staking, but what I'm talking about is manual staking, right? Or
Yep.
creating the,
On
yeah, supply, supply shortage, that I mean, this is that is a temporary fix, but this is a permanent fix. That's what I believe,
Yeah,
right?
with the staking itself on both sides. So,
Yeah,
well, staking for the network, for example, if your network is deflationary and you're staking your Evo coins or Sky coins to the network, then you're in essence getting a higher and higher percent of the rewards because that supply is gradually coming down. So, as if it comes down 20%, you're getting 20% more rewards than you were when it was 20% higher in supply, right? When it comes to liquidity, the more you put up, the more you're getting your rewards. The less coins out there, the more rewards you're getting as well. So it's a key feature there as well. It impacts so many different aspects of the blockchain, having this mechanism built into it. That it just, I think it's just the best thing you can do. I'm biased. I, it's one of those things I was a big proponent of this feature, this function, and I think it just benefits the community so many different ways. It's a no-brainer. When I look at other projects and networks to get involved in slash invested in my personal life as well, I look for key features, and one of them is definitely a deflationary aspect to it. At the very worst, it has to have a max supply without any inflation at all.
yeah. Also, the main thing is, like, see, as we discussed, staking creates an inflationary component in the ecosystem, right? But what we have tried to do here is we have already created the deflationary mechanism. Plus, on top of it, the staking, which was supposed to create the inflation, we have, come up with the liquidity staking that will be like, your users will become able to stake with the liquidity tokens, LP tokens, and get the rewards from there for sure. But that is not the sky which will be they'll be getting in the rewards, right? So that is something which is so that's where we are creating that inflationary mechanism into a very you know a big chunk of demand will come from it, and it will generate quite a big demand as well. So that is, I think, that is the key differentiator with, with the Sky project, right now.
Yeah, and you guys choosing to use the fees from the actual swaps and bridges to burn as well, just accelerates that process.
Yeah. So that basically that is for equality, right? Everybody should be rewarded equally.
100%.
And yeah, also in the episode 4, we'll be giving the rewards to those who are, predict the next burn milestone with the Sky. And that is again with the whole all this new, to come up with the correct burn rate. That is a challenge with the 8 networks. But yeah, uh, we'll give that reward to the person who come up with the exact burn rate and future burn rates of the Sky, and how that tokenomics will transform. So yeah, this is for about the episode 4. Episode 5, will be showing the wormhole wonders, right? Now this is when it comes to build. So this is the episode where we will be digging deeper into the aspects of multi-chain, and why bridges are a very important component, though they are centralized. And we really don't like centralized component in general, but bridge is something we have to deal with. uh, and with the help of wormhole bridge, and whole 500 million total supply available on all the networks to migrate, uh, it creates a very good mechanism which can be used by all the debt builders to create their on-ramp off-ramp, or create stable coins. So that is also something which we are looking forward to. We are looking forward to bring all the big people on board. Not just big people, like true dogs, well, what I would say, like, any project with the best ethics. Like so far, this is the boon of secure chain. You can say that in our community, Ricky, from the day one, and this is like 2.5 years, something 2+ years, right? In the making, I have not seen anybody or any project owner defrauding, like or doing the rug pull or being or, like yesterday today. Let me just distract for a moment to address one scenario, right? For example, today there was some discussion in the group regarding a project which used to be there called SST, right? Secure Stash. Now they built a that they did a good job, but they somehow they fall through the like team fall through, and there were other aspects of it. But for any reasons, they had to leave the project. But they were honest enough to uh, distribute their each and every liquid sky from their liquidity to each SST holder, right? So also, I mean, that's what we want. We want the partners with the best ethics and potential to grow. What are your views, Raj?
Yeah, and that helps clean up the space. At the end of the day, founders who are here for the long term and for the communities, like they had some problems, they went through whatever went through in that situation. At the end of the day, it was best for the community. Like we have Vivo certified on our side, it's about not just building random tokens and seeing what happens. It's about building true communities. It's about supporting those communities and being ethical. So when it comes to like regulation side, everyone's all, oh, it should be overregulated and all that stuff. And we're waiting for others to regulate as well. At the same time, we should be doing what we can on our side, not specifically just regulations, but trying to keep this space as clean as possible and support this space. So, us going over and above to give the tools and give the information and keep these projects and tokens that launch on our networks um, clean, I would say, or support them in supporting their community is extremely important as well. Because every time there's one of these projects that, if that situation happens and do the opposite, they just ran off with the liquidity there, it just doesn't help the network. It sets us back another step, right? So both on blockchain side and token side, we all have to work together when it comes to actually doing what's best for these communities and implementing protocols and features that support these project founders in doing so.
Also like with this wormhole bridge and dex, like for example with us, we are planning to release this wormhole bridge very soon, like most probably in this next week or something. But with the combination of features, like for example with wormhole, it easily allows us to onboard top 50 projects, like top 50 crypto coins on our chain, right? Easily. uh, all the big tokens, big change, you will be able to trade it on Sky.exchange, right? And with the help of like harmony of different components, our help of wormhole bridge with the dex, it creates a very big ecosystem and a very big opportunity for our community members, to participate in trade, in liquidity, and all the aspects of an exchange. And that is like a very good thing to have, and it is again decentralized and in your own control. I mean,
Yeah, no,
right?
it's extremely important. It's one of those things where you open up the Sky network to the world at that point. It's not just one network, it's now many different networks intertwined. And as much as the Sky holders and community gets benefit of jumping over to Ethereum or Binance or Matic or all the other blockchains that you guys choose to do, it's the opposite effect as well. As where all of these gigantic networks that have been here for years and years and years now can jump onto Sky Network as well because of their AI focused strengths, right? Jump onto Evolve Network because of the gold reserve backing and our core features that we have there. It just opens up your community to the world, right? And allows other communities to interact with your community. At the end of the day, it just grows the whole network as a whole, not just a single network, a single blockchain. Interconnectability is extremely important. It's going to either make or break this ecosystem that is the Web3, that is blockchain technology. And I think that most blockchains in the future, we're all going to intertwine, right? And then people go for whichever blockchains their strengths appeal to the use case or initiative they're doing at that time.
Yeah. Definitely. Also, guys, here we have reached up to episode five. But I would like to make this announcement also here that every episode we will have like a 5 minute or 10 minute section, depending on the participants from the community. To basically to express their view on the project or their experience with the project, right? And I think so anybody who is willing, feel free to DM me on Telegram or put it in the group, or of course those who are gaining the most traction on X with their posts about secure chain, I'll be bringing them. So yeah.
Yeah, as a community,
uh,
guys, message, ask questions. The only way this gets better is to question, is to get your questions answered so that you have a clear view of everything that's happening, that the developers can really engage with the community itself, and that maybe a question that you ask is going to drive some real change in the network in the future because you asked the right question, right? And that solves a problem that maybe the developers don't see today, but they see into the future after you've asked it. So be curious, innovate, ask questions, engage. Your feedback is so incredibly important when it comes to building what's best for the community. At the end of the day, we are a few people, or we're quite a few people now working on these networks, but the community is tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people, right? You guys have ideas and thought processes and views that are different, and that's what makes a community vibrant and makes it successful. It's having so many different types of ideas and mentalities working together to make the best end product, which is for the community at the end of the day, right? So don't hesitate to ask questions. Anything you ask, there's no bad questions. Engage, interact, have fun with it, right? We're all here in the same journey that is blockchain and Web3, secure chain, and evolved blockchain.
Yeah, Richi. And for the community, for sure, please do participate, ask questions. Uh, okay, right now I can see that we have 98 people, 95 people on X, right? So at least you can at least give it a like, right? Let's just put a like on the show, or put a click on a share button and share it with with your friend, which who is actually who will benefit for like by learning. And this is not just learning by seeing the show, it's learning by participating in the each episode and the whole project, right? So I mean, end of the 10 week, I want at least more than like 500 community members to be able to answer any kind of technical question they can get from for Sky, and maybe more. I mean, this is the initial goal for sure, right? So, Richie, let's move on to the episode six, and let's not take so much of time because we are going a little. I think. How's your schedule, Richie? I think we
I'm
are
good. So whenever, as much as you want to go today, we'll continue on. I'm
okay.
free
That's
the
it.
whole
That's an energy.
hour. So maybe
Huh?
this will be a marathon. We'll see.
Alrighty then, let's do this, guys. Come on, everybody, give a give. Let's have some energy and put a like button, push on the like button and share it with your friends. And so as we Richie is also ready and I'm also fine, we can continue forward and learn more about all this season three of the Sky Network show. And it's not just about the Sky Network show, right? See, it's all about all the components running in the harmony that creates a network.
100%.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, let's move to the episode six, which is named Wall Street Meets Web three. This is basically what we are trying to discuss here is the um, like regulatory aspect of blockchain, and we want our community members to be to learn and to be aware of each and every how the crypto jurisdictions work and which rules are applied where, how to how the banks deal with the crypto, which banks do and how the Sky can be a component, etc., etc. So Richie, your views?
when it comes to DeFi, when it comes to tokenizing stocks, institutional companies, large institutional companies getting involved in blockchain, it's already happening, right? We're seeing that mass adoption happening on that side as well, with regulatory frameworks getting put in place around the world, and that's just solidifying in front of our eyes right now, right? We're going to see these banks start to use crypto for DeFi. We're going to see the stock exchanges tokenize the stocks, and that's going to prevent fraud and everything else. It's a big benefit to the whole ecosystem because God knows the stock market has been fraudulent for many, many years, and people trade with other people's money there. When it comes to adoption, that's going to be another big factor, right? It's not just we, the people, using the crypto and blockchain technology. It's all of these large companies, institutions, around the world and governments using blockchain technology as well.
Yeah, definitely, Richie. Powerful sharing that. Okay, guys. So this is what episode 6 looks like, and we will try to get some more guests on board who can, put shed more light onto each jurisdiction if possible. Again, this is a, I mean, the still it's not fully set in stone, so I won't be able to name the names right now, but I think it would be great to have. We will be bringing some great people who are, daily 24/7 working on that particular aspect, and institutional adoption of Sky. Right? I mean, I'm not saying that by the episode 6 we will have the adoption. What I'm saying here is what is the status of Sky, what is the status of market, and what is the status of all the institutions, and what are their point of views. Right, Richie?
And the other side of this is kind of making sure that our networks are compatible with these large organizations as well. So we're doing things in a proper way. We're doing some stuff in a responsible way so that we can interact with these big organizations, be able to work with banks, be able to work with governments. And I understand for a lot of people in the crypto space, especially the early adopters, are bank the unbanked. It's get away from these banks and get away from these institutions. But this world is a very big one. And the only way we get mass adoption is being able to both be on both sides, basically, right? Still be able to bank the unbanked, but at the same time be able to work with institutions, work with these banks, work with these governments, so that as a whole, mainstream adoption actually does happen, right? We can't just live on our own little island. This is a big and vast world with many different components to us. Us as a network, us as blockchains, building out these blockchains and our communities, we really have to do it in a responsible way, do it in a way that supports our community, but also is in touch with what institutional investors and banks and governments would like to see in progress. And some of that comes from us self-regulating, us self putting in these protocols that help secure these networks and cut down on fraud and scams and everything else. So they won't touch anything we're building unless we are not compliant to the point where we do everything they say, but enough so that we can work with them, enough so that we can really show that we're putting our best foot front and help them even when it comes to regulations, right? Hey, here's what we've done, and this has cut down any scams on our blockchain by 80%, for example, right? So Evo certified, right? That's one of our protocols that we try to cut down on those kind of risks associated with our network, which would then make it more appealing to these institutional investors, banks, etc. And that's the only way we're really going to grow mass adoption around the world, right? I see banks using crypto in the back end. I see institutions. I see logistics. All of this will use some type of Web3 technology behind it. If you notice it's there or not, right? I use the example of you turn your key for your car every day and it turns on. You don't know how the car works, but you use it every day of your life. Um, Crypto has to get to that point, and we have to kind of set this up so that we can work together with not just the people but also the institutions.
Definitely, Richie, and everybody, all the institutions are always willing to, move to decentralized route. It's not that institutions don't want to do it or they don't see benefit into it. The problem has been with the frameworks, and
Yeah.
as everything is evolving, I'm pretty sure that in near future we will have this regulation sorted.
I think less than 5 years. They're already on track. Most countries, if not already, implemented, like Europe and Dubai. U.S. is going to have theirs in soon. We're going to have a status quo across most countries around the world, and then we can kind of work with that. But if we go above and beyond right now to try and clean up our own space, regulators will see what we're doing and possibly use some of those protocols and or features that we're trying to bring forward when they're thinking of their regulations, right? So if it's full of scams, it's going to come out one way with regulations. But if we're cleaning up our own space and really pushing forward innovation on our side to help our community and make sure that we protect them as much as we can, and there's only so much we can do on our side at the end of the day. But the more we try, the better it is, and the easier it is for these regulations to get put in place and to show them how not to overregulate but still clean up our space.
True, true. Also, guys, the best institutional use case ideas will get featured in the show. So if you have, please do make sure to communicate to us. And also, the top partnership proposals will also get the rewards. So we'll cross that ladder when it comes. But yeah, I'm really excited for this whole program, and I'm sure that every sky holder or every major sky holder is definitely glad about it, and is feeling that sense of pride for owning the sky, and being that holder and going through the tough situation. So thank you each and every committee member again, and for the trust which you have shown in yourself and the community, and with that values of democracy and decentralization, we are able to reach here. So that is a great achievement by itself. So all right,
And
guys.
that's the
Yeah.
that the community gives you is what drives the developers, right? There's countless hours, long hours into the early morning, working on our networks and working on the infrastructure, the applications, the support, the education. There's so much that goes into this. And at the end of the day, we do this for the community, right? We do this for the people we're building this for, solving our own problems, but also yours. And that support, that feedback, that's day to day, just being there and active in the network really helps the developers keep going, helps them strive, helps them get up in the morning and want to just work on Sky or Evolve or any other network. So it's crucial. That community support, that community engagement, the questions, keep at it because that keeps all of us going.
Yeah. So definitely, Richie, and that has been I spent almost 2.5 years by now on this project, right? And we didn't even plan this project, and we are in no way good project owner, like project starter, or what you can say, because we knew nothing about running a project, or how to do a project, or how to set up a project. But with the help of community, and with that pride and commitment to people, and all we saw was like, okay, blockchain is the technology which can create a global economy and make it available to everybody on
Yeah,
earth, without borders, without anything, without caring about anything else. Okay. So that power in that idea, and I know what is the importance of good economy. Okay. I mean, those who would be though, I mean, major chunk of world lives in a stable kind of stable economic conditions, but they don't know the problems of the people for whom a milk is 5 rupees one day, and next day, next day it is 50. So
well, for example, you look at Africa. Most
yeah.
people, a large percent of that population has no bank, but they have a cell phone, right? So blockchain technology, when it comes to that large region of the world, can revolutionize that economy in overnight almost, right? Anyone with the phone and the internet connection can now have banking services, DeFi, and the rest. This technology revolutionized the world, and we're just now seeing the use cases and implications that are starting to come out. Right, you're seeing like healthcare with Evo Health. You're seeing Evo Access. You're seeing logistics. You're seeing there's so many different use cases that still have not come out. A few of them we're trying to take on, but in the next few years, we're going to accelerate. We're going to really change a lot of problems we had in the world and solve them using this technology because of the trustless nature of it, because of the technology itself. Everyone likes to stick on the price points and all that, and it's irrelevant. The price of what Bitcoin is today or tomorrow doesn't change unless you have a lot of Bitcoin. Okay, great. But for most people, that's not going to change your life. What does change lives is the ability to use that technology in the back end of some of these solutions, right? To really push forward healthcare, access to buildings, um, logistics, finance, DeFi. There's so many different use cases yet to really take hold, but they're close. They're on the horizon. In the next few years, we should see a lot of them really start to thrive and showcase just how strong this technology is and how revolutionary it is.
Yeah. Also, if you see the adoption numbers, right, Richie, we are in the still that phase where those who are
The baby
joining
still.
now has the real opportunity.
Yeah, we're if this is baseball, we're probably in the third inning at best. There's
Yeah.
still a very long path, and you guys have been at this for more years than I have when it comes to the blockchain side. It's one of those. It's a progress. It's not a race. It's a marathon. We're nowhere close to mass adoption yet. A lot of great things are happening, and we're moving towards that, which is great. We're very optimistic of the next few years in the blockchain space itself. But if we look at the grand scheme of things, we're nowhere close to mass adoption. We're not even at 10% of the population using blockchain, right? So there's a long way to go, and right now is the most important time. All the viewers, if you have ideas, if you have uh, projects that are resonate with you, that you want to build on the blockchain space, build it. It's never been a better time to innovate than right now. So take your ideas, use blockchain to secure the back end of your ideas and make them better, and then launch them. It's hard. I understand. Like you starting from, oh, it's going to be a lot of work. I have this idea, but I don't know if I can make it. Try. Just really learn what you need to learn. It's never been easier to access knowledge, right? From YouTube, and there's so much other resources. You can learn everything. I went from not learning how to mine for Ethereum to building my own computers and having 40 or 50 GPUs running in my basement with a little mining operation I built out. And before I started that, I had no clue how to put together a computer. This was years ago, right? So there's no excuse now with the technology we have, with AI incorporated as well on top of that, to build anything you could think of, right? It's hard. It's going to take time. You need to persevere, but at the same time, the benefits there in the end, right? You solving some of these problems can literally change the world. So I challenge every single one of the viewers today to, if you have one of those ideas that you think is going to be world changing, do it. Run with it. Heck, reach out to one of our either secure chain or evolve blockchain and work with us, right? Supporting our community and helping them build out these great use cases and solutions is a part of what gives value to blockchain as well, right? We can't just trade back and forth all the time. We got to actually solve some problems.
Definitely, Richie, and that's when the development program comes in. Fortunately, with Sky also, we have had a great developer program from the start. And as you know, like this is Sky is not a project built by any corporate or somebody. Like this has been built by developers, real developers. We
Yes.
do so things which are we have developed by ourselves. It's not like okay, we have went to some company or we have like this is what we have been doing. We have put up so like just for this high speed thing, right? For this TPS, um we have had committed developers for more than like 15-20 months. That's when we were able to get the start. And again, this is what I'm talking about is like even before the secure chain start.
Yeah. You're really
Okay.
building the road. You're building the roads before you even know secure chain was going to be a thing.
Exactly. And also, like this secure chain has taught me the real value of perseverance, right?
Oh, 100%.
This is true. for any blockchain to be successful, it is hard work, and it is hard work for very, very, very long time. But you need to keep doing it. You have to be at it, and yeah, just keep doing it. Don't worry about the price. Don't worry about all those FUD happening in the group or things happening everywhere. But you still need to keep your focus and stay working on the solution.
Yeah,
So
a dedicated team is instrumental. We've gotten very lucky for the team that we have working for both projects. They've been instrumental in bringing forth what we've done in such a short period of time, right? Yogesh and DP play a big part in that. It's so important to have a vision, a shared vision across the whole team, dedicated developers, dedicated marketing. There's so much that comes into building, promoting, and growing a blockchain. That's it's hard to see from the outside sometimes, but take it from experience that it's a tireless effort from everyone involved. Everyone just keeps continuing on. There's bumps in the road. There's setbacks. Then there's launches. There's it feels like nothing's happening at some points, and then from one day to another, it just accelerates at a pace that you never thought was possible. So having that determination, having that unrelenting work ethic to just keep going, keep building, keep innovating. At this point, I feel like we have so many different use cases that we are trying to build out. We don't have enough time to build them all. So we really have to focus on the first few ones and then go from there. And that comes from a great team that's able to talk and develop and innovate and really engage with each other to do what's best for the community and also for the whole ecosystem as a whole, right? Yeah, it's one of those things you don't see it unless you're behind the scenes sometimes, but let the community know that there's so much work and effort going in the background here that there's only one way. It's
yeah,
success.
but
There's
it is
only one
very
word.
rewarding also,
Yeah,
Richie. So when I get messages from the community members, so I get so many, like, see, there is always all sections of people in the community. So during those hard times also, I keep those people, those community members keep uh, messaging me that giving me that confidence, that giving me that power and support, that okay, no worries, we are there with you. We know it is hard. Rome wasn't built in a day, but let's keep doing it. And it is a rewarding feeling when somebody like when they share their life experiences with Sky Network. Like,
yeah. And
so,
we're in this together at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, when we get to the top of that mountain, when we actually, for example, for Evolve, when we launch and start trading and then start pushing out some of our utilities and use cases, that community that was here this whole time also benefits from that, right? Their support is instrumental to the success of the project, of the network itself. Even when it comes to people who are skeptical of certain stuff that's happening, right? Or ask certain questions or trolls, let's say, let's call them what they are sometimes. Sometimes even those are valuable in showing that there's parts of a project that could be better explained, right? We've had feedback that wasn't the greatest when it comes to the gold backing side. I'm like, okay, so this person completely missed the concept of we're gold reserve backed, not gold backed, right? And they had an opinion that was swayed because of that misunderstanding. Now, what they've done is shown to myself we have to be better at more clear and concise about showcasing that information so that the next person doesn't see that same mistake or doesn't understand it in the same way because that's not what we are, right? So it goes both sides, and community is life and soul of a blockchain.
definitely. And all right, Richie, it is time to move on to episode 7. And
Sure.
episode 7 is all about speaking mastery. And okay, so as I said, right, we are converting an inflationary mechanism into growth promoting, like it will be driving the growth of Sky. This and we'll be discussing everything which has to do with the new upcoming staking system. The legacy, by the way, we do have a announcement here today, so we will make the announcement at the end of the show. But for the legacy staking users also we have an announcement. Also, this is regarding the like how actually stake works, and how we can use the staking to make it into the advantage for our ecosystem, right? Richie, your views?
Yeah, staking, especially like we have staking on Evolve blockchain as well. When it comes to staking for liquidity protocols in general for DEXs, it really helps support the liquidity of that DEX. So you're getting rewarded. There's scarcity that's effect is there as well because the tokens or coins are taken off the market for that time being. Sorry, taken out from your thing from the time being, and you're getting rewarded at the same time. It just increases the stability of the network. If there's a low liquidity amount, then a single whale, a single person with enough Sky coin can affect the price in significant ways by one decision. If there's a lot of liquidity and a lot of people staking their coins to that trading pair, it cannot affect it as easily, right? So the more we have there, the more support we have there, the more support that price has, and the Sky token as the Sky coin as a result has as well. It's
Yeah.
all about giving people initiatives to participate in the ecosystem themselves as well, right? You want to be able to support it. You want to be able to take part in the consensus for staking on that side and the liquidity protocols when it comes to the actual dexes, right?
Yeah.
It's extremely important to have that vibrant community and support from your community. As well, you guys get rewarded as well. So it's a win-win on both sides.
Yeah. So, Richie, this during this episode, we'll be also discussing about liquidity staking, which we already covered. But also on top of that, by then I think we will have the mechanism to share with the community. That with that they'll be able to not just take Sky, but it's about staking all the major tokens, like major blockchain, top 50, top 100, plus all the
Yep,
tokens and projects which are available on Sky Network, right? So this is
nice.
like, okay, the whole staking platform. So will help everybody realizing risk management with the yield farming, and in the how to maximize the yields with the multi-network thing. And yeah, it would be. I'm like pumped for the show. Let's see at the episode, but we'll have the matching guests, so, for sure.
It's great. Understanding the risks involved with anything is extremely important before you get started because you don't want to have it where you think it's one way and then you stake and then something happens like, hey, what happened here? And you felt like you got wronged in some way, shape, or form. So education when it comes to staking and the risks involved on that side as well is extremely important. So I would say to anyone watching to make sure that you do fully understand how these mechanisms work before you stake and add liquidity to these dexes.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on to episode 8. This is about the potential aspects of holding, right? This is the oldest, best mechanism ever possible created that never fails. What is your view, Richie?
Hodl's been here for started off as a meme, as a mistake on a message, and then it became a movement over time. And that just goes to the long term view, the vision that the community members have in what their project is building, right? And fluctuations in price over time um, don't really shake them. Bitcoin, for example, how many people have left and entered Bitcoin over the years? Some people got in pennies and sold at dollars. Some people got in at dollars and sold at thousands. Some people got thousands and sold at tens of thousands, right? If they had distinction on what that project, that network was going to be long term. So, like when I look at a project, I look at my observation of what I believe it's going to be. The actual use cases it's going to solve, the things it's building out. Is it like building out a DEX? Is it building out a swap, an NFT marketplace? And then I come up with my assessment of what I believe the value of that will be in the future. So if the price goes up and down 30, 40%, that doesn't change my view on that project unless something critical happened, right? It only instills my confidence when it comes to if that didn't happen yet and I value this at that because what they're building, what they're doing, I want to see that come to fruition before I change my mind on this project, right? Unless there's something major that does happen in development or the community itself. But that being said, having this like confidence, this determination of here's my view, here's what I believe this will be, and I will let it get to that point, right? The other part is you should use, you should trade, you should be active as well. It's not just about holding your coins in a wallet and never touch them ever again, right? But there's a distinction between that and when a price changes 10%, you sell your whole bag because you got skittish or you felt that there was a risk, not a risk. There was fun in the market, someone saying something that's happening, and then you, as a result of someone else selling, sell yours as well. The price then recovers, and then you feel like you just lost because you bought back in after that, and now you're like, hey, I had 10, now I have 5 or 6 because I didn't have that distinction. Before you invest in any project, I think everyone should really take their own, do your own research, right? That's important as well to know what that project is, who that team is, what they're building, at the end of the day, what you believe that will be in the future, because that will help you have diamond hands, right? That'll help you hodl because you have that confidence in that team and what they're doing. When you invest in random projects and meme coins and you have no clue what they're doing, the second that thing moves 10 or 20% downwards, what are you doing? You're selling and you're like, why did I get this in the first place? Now I lost money, right? Or value at least. So do your own research, everyone. Please, before you invest in anything, make sure that you're investing for whatever reason that is, right? And that's for your own self to determine or make that decision. Just we get so many people that get wrecked in this market and lose a lot of money and value just because they go from one project to another and to another to another, but they don't really understand what these projects are doing, how they work. They're just there for the speculation and trying to make a quick dollar. And yes, crypto is extremely volatile, and there can be times you can make value by doing that. But at the end of the day, what I've seen long term that does work is investing and being in communities and projects that you see value long term, not just today, not just tomorrow, not just because it's a name that just came out of nowhere and it's doing really well, right? Do your research, please, because it's important, and that'll help you have diamond hands and hodl.
True, true. I think you have put it really well, Richie. So I don't have anything to add to that. You have covered it really well, right? Because see, uh, like crypto is a market where we have bull runs as well as bear seasons. So you our members should have that adherence or understanding of the market, and this is what the episode will be all about. To build that long, like how to create long term wealth, like how to build, like hodling. Of course, there's no alternative to it, and that is so far the most proven technique available, right? There's no second to that.
And over time, that's going to get easier too. You're going to see projects come out and solve real world problems. So I'll use Evo Health as an example, right? Evolve Health is decentralized data when it comes to patient data, where the patient controls all of that. Evolve is the background blockchain where that will operate on top of, right? That's giving value to Evolve blockchain. There's not just a speculative trading now, it's a
I think we are having some technical difficulties, or maybe Richie. But okay, before meanwhile, when he is able to join back, we will talk about the next episode, and that is episode 9. Because I know this is already a 1 hour 30 minute long show, and but I again appreciate everybody's participation, and let's move to the episode 9. Meanwhile, Richie has returned. I think. Let me. Yeah, I think Richie is back. Alrighty. Meanwhile, he figures his network issue. Let's move to the episode 9. So, episode 9 is named the People's Token, right? And that's what SCAI is. Right now, today, the major chunk of our community members are like the total major chunk of total supply is with the community. And very soon, I'm sure that, by the episode 5 or something, or again, this is just prediction. So I'm not sure, but I'm we are at the verge of hitting that total supply is equal to circulating supply, and when we hit that magic number, the deflationary magic starts, and that will take us to quite a long way. And this will in turn, again, with the burn mechanism, it makes the people's token, right? So we'll be discussing everything related to Sky's governance, like Sky Foundation, or how we'll be managing it, etc., etc. In this show, I think Rich is back, so let me put him on. Yeah, hey
Sorry about
Richie,
that.
welcome
Internet
back.
connection here is dropping in and out apparently.
Yeah, it's okay. That is part of life. But so here we were discussing about the episode 9, and
Yep.
episode 9 is all about how. So we already discussed about diamond hands, and the episode 9 is the people's token. How and why the sky is people's token, and you know how it originated, and where it has reached. So that is the story, and
The
what.
decentralized factor that comes into every community led blockchain, right? How you guys run the nodes, how the community itself is the lifeblood of that blockchain. It's
Correct.
not centralized. It's not controlled by the developers. It's controlled and pushed forward by the community itself.
Yeah. Also, in this episode, Richie, we will be unveiling our governance platform, and how the whole governance structure of the ecosystem. But
Nice.
yeah, before we do, like we reach there, I mean, this is very significant that each community member, each holder, is able to participate in the decision making process, and have the say in the things, because end of the day, if they are holding it, it is their interests, right?
Being able to have your voices heard by being able to propose, being able to vote on key aspects of this network in the future is extremely important. You guys control it. You guys are what lead it forward. You guys are what drive real change in the network. So be as active as you can be. If you have ideas, propose them, right? And if you see proposals you like, vote on them, please, because that's the only way this changes and adapts and evolves to the best network possible for you, the community.
Yeah. Also, one more thing I was highlighting, Richie, before when we were disconnected was the difference in like circulating supply, right? So right now, secure chains circulating supplies reached around 75 to 80%, or even more. And what we are with this new like this program, I we see that even before this 10 episodes program, we will reach our total supply is equal to circulating supply coefficient. And with the help of all the deflationary mechanism we have, that would be the next phase into the project. What are your views and what are your comments on it?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that last part. Can you repeat that? My connection
Yeah.
must
So
be a little down.
okay. Uh, Basically, what I mean to say is that by the end of this 10-week program, we
Yep.
are aiming to achieve total supply is equal to circulating supply. We have almost reached 80% total supply in circulation, and with the help of this, it becomes truly deflationary token, and the burn mechanism kicks in, and that should be the real growth of the sky.
Yeah, then the actual functions continue long term, right? Your key structure of the blockchain continues. These scheduled burns help accelerate to a plateau there. And then from there, it's all community. It's all about how much gets traded, how much activity on the swaps, on the dexes. It's just community led at that point, right? So the more you guys trade, the more you guys innovate, the more you guys build, the more of that function gets utilized and the more benefit and scarcity that is created as an effect.
Yeah, for sure. And I remember joking with one of the investor, venture capital guy from some time back. Okay, and it was like, so this is again couple of months back. But during that vision, so usually like we were discussing about security in AI, and he said like what if you like you have to tell me in one sentence what would you tell about your project. I told him simply that our revenues are more than our FDV. So then they were like, okay, that is so. I mean, Sky has been undervalued for sure, but it is not for the like just lack of marketing or lack of fundamentals. Fundamentals has always been the strongest, and
Yeah.
development has always been our USP because we are developers and we have built this from scratch, and we keep building on top, and we are leading that development program to in a way that all the projects get that warm welcome and all the infrastructure they need.
Yeah, you guys have had your development wise, you guys have had your hand in so many different projects, helping them, supporting them, and building key functions and secure chain. You guys have done so much in this chain on this network. Like I was saying before, it's hard to see from the outside all the work that goes into what ended up being what we see today. But it's tireless hours. It's a lot of work. Um, it's all for the goal, right? The end goal of what this blockchain will be in the future, and the community itself.
Yeah, and also would like to share this with community that because of the time. Okay, I think it is good time. Let's move to episode 10, and then we'll start with the announcement. But the episode is like the grand finale of the season three, and we will see what can be done, and if possible, again, this is not yet decided, but again, this is a plan that if possible, we do it in person, or at least with the audience who are able to travel to the destination of like we'll choose in the community like how to do it, what to do it. But the grand finale, we want to make it actually grand, and I think it is best to keep everything suspense for now, like suspense and surprise for the community for the finale. But yeah, I think it will be benefiting to the program, right, Richie? Okay. I think Rich is having the network issue again. But yeah, so the episode 10, this is the plan, guys. So we have always been, this has been again communities uh, asked to have it. But we will let you know at the end of the show, like during the episodes, what exactly, how the things will be unveiling. But yeah, the grand finale should look like a grand finale, right? All right, everybody who agrees with me that grand finale should be grand finale, do at least put a comment on chat wherever you are seeing, whether on X or on YouTube or Facebook. Let's do that. So I get to know that okay, you have been with us, and now the time starts for the rewards, right? Before we go for the rewards, I would like to make this announcement, guys. This is an announcement for a new meme coin named 747 being launched on Secure Chain AI network, guys. So let's have a round of applause, guys. Everybody, let's cheer up, and please let's comment 747 on the stream. You can do that, right? Okay, let me do it first here. It's as simple as just putting the number 747, but I missed. I did it wrong. So let me do it again. There's nothing wrong in it, but it is 747. So guys, this is the name of the token itself, right? 747, and there's a great story behind it. But let's keep the story a surprise for now, and let me show what it means and how it is relevant to the program. So now with this 10 episodes of Sky season 3, we'll be distributing rewards to every joinee or everybody who is participating with the show with the season 3. okay, all around. So in order to do that, we are so this we will be like the all the information will be available at show.securechain.ai, and you will be able to claim your rewards from there in the terms of 747 token. All right. Now, what this memcoin is about, right? This memcoin has a total supply of 500 million, as usual, as the Sky has also the same supply. I think Richie is back. Let me bring him back. Yeah, Richie.
Try
Welcome
one
back.
more time. Thanks. This internet is cooperating today. But yeah,
Yeah,
these when it comes to NFTs, there's so much untapped potential here.
mhm.
For even use cases using non-fungible tokens, we've just scratched the surface. We're not even close to really using these for the actual power they have, right? When it comes to tokenizing ownership and tokenizing properties and access and data, um, yeah, NFTs should be interesting in the next few years.
Definitely, Richie. And just to cover up, this is what we discussed about episode 10. That episode 10, we want to make it actually a grand finale, right? It's not just a word in the name, but it should be actually grand. And we'll work on it. Of course, there will be a lot of rewards, and there will be a lot of things, and I want to keep it surprise for now. And we'll unveil it during the each episode, so stay tuned and follow the episodes, and you will be able to participate in the finale. But those who join from day 1 till 10, 10 episodes, will be compelled towards joining it in person. And also, so basically we will come up with some solution where we can have a in person show as well for the season
We'll see
10.
if I can make it out to your region at that time.
Huh?
We'll see if I can make it out there at that time.
Maybe
Fly
you
over.
can. Again, it will not be in India for sure. It will be in either like Dubai, or will come up with I mean, the destination is not decided. It is in the hand of community to decide. So together we will decide. But yeah, let's make it a grand finale. Suitable for the program. All right, Richie. So, in order to distribute rewards during this whole program which we discussed, right, which is the Sky Network Show Season 3, uh, what we have, we have came up with a reward sharing mechanism where during the at show.securechain.ai, the committee members can go, and this is the big unveil we are doing today. We are launching a token like meme coin called 747 on like Secure Chain AI. So right now, with this token has a total supply of 500 million, and the liquidity on SkyDex, Sky Decentralized Exchange, is already added for 1 million Sky. Okay, and this has a burn rate of 25%. So now, for example, once we airdrop this tokens to all those rewardees, you know, this like for any transfer, for any transaction, for any dex, everything, there's a 25% burn which happens. Okay,
Now,
so
is that from the total amount of cent tokens, or is that just the fee percent?
send tokens.
Okay, so every time you send 10, 2.5 will get burnt, and
Yes.
rapidly bring down that supply.
Yes. So every time you interact with the token, one quarter of the token gets burned, one fourth of the tokens gets burnt, and that creates the like again. This is a meme coin, and those who know the economics, great, and those who don't understand the tokenomics of the meme coins, this is the exactly idea behind distributing rewards of this program through this meme coin. So you will get the gist of it also in action while by doing it. Right.
Yeah, it's and that's going to burn significantly and quick.
Yeah, and all the rewards, the total rewards which we want to allocate to the whole season will be added to this liquidity. Right now 1 million is added, but going forward, all the whatever the total rewards, so this creates an equal opportunity for everybody to get benefit of the season 3 of the Sky Network show. Correct?
100%.
Yeah. By the way, Richie, what is your view? What are your view on 747? Like, do you like 747?
What's the So I don't know much about it yet. So what's the theme behind it? What's the theme behind 747? Tell me the story.
So, theme behind 747 is actually, so see, we have been doing this show 2 p.m. UTC, and we have been making one very big mistake where we were starting the show at 7:30 instead of 7:47.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we made that mistake for more than a year, like 52 episodes of season 1 and 15 episodes of season 2, to commemorate that mistake and to make sure that we don't make such mistakes in future. But the real reason for 747 is to create a mechanism to distribute rewards for this program. So name doesn't matter much, but the mechanism does matter a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
And users will be able to claim their 747 by going to show.securechain.ai, and they will be able to do it between 2 p.m. UTC to 10 p.m. UTC during the show time. Like so, on every Saturday, 2 p.m. UTC to 10 p.m. UTC, they will be able to claim that reward. After that, that doesn't work. So, sounds good.
after they have to wait till next week.
Yeah. So that's that. And all right, guys. So let me thank you, every one of you, for taking this time out. There's more than 150 people who have been, waiting for, have been here for 1 hour and 40 minutes. So let's have a round of applause for every one of you guys. This is commendable, guys. Richie?
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Um, when it comes to the future of both blockchains, things look great at the end of the day. So thanks for asking your questions. Thanks for engaging. Thanks for watching. We hope to have you guys back next week when we go over the second episode of this 10-part series.
Definitely, Richie. So, guys, stay tuned and do follow our like X, and do join the Telegram group to claim your rewards if you have been here with us on this channel. You will get the link. You need to go to the link and click on the collect rewards. Follow the simple setup steps and participate in the airdrop. Okay.
And also, if you guys want to learn more about Evolve Blockchain, go on evolveblockchain.io, sign up for our social media, interact. We'll have some giveaways coming up in the near future. So thanks again for joining us. All the best, everybody. Till next time.
Yeah. Also, let me try if I can kind of reward claiming mechanism for now.
Go
So,
for it.
but it is taking too much time for loading, maybe. All right. So I don't want those who have been with us for this long and to be confused on how to words or etc. etc. Okay, great. It was working till now, and now it has. Just give me one moment, guys. Uh, before meanwhile, when I do this, I would like to acknowledge a couple of people, and two things I have to share. One is the announcement for those who have been mining on the legacy app, right? And those of you were not able to withdraw your sky or unstake, so that has been cleared. And from Monday onwards, from the same app, from the old app, whatever you have been using for depositing or taking this thing. So this is how it would look like, guys. Let me share the screen now. Is it visible?
Not yet.
Okay. I think now it should be.
Now we can see it.
All right, guys. So here you can see in this important important notice. Here you will be able to click on claim your rewards. Go to the this claim episode one rewards. And here you can see as it is the time. Claiming is currently open between 2 p.m. UTC to 10 p.m. UTC. And just these are the simple tasks. You follow our Telegram, follow secure chain, and we believe when you say that, because we will be taking your IDs and will be verifying that. So don't worry about it. And so this is the token address, and this is the burn rate, guys. And here you can see the total supply of 747. Again, don't mistake. So this is something which will happen. This is a naming mistake. I already apologize for it. That so many times when you are sending the 747, it will always all the amounts will end in the 747. So this can confuse, but don't get confused. So this is the total burn tokens. So we were doing the test, so it will also show how much tokens are burnt. Also, with the upcoming things we will have. So basically, here you can connect your wallet. Okay, verify your email, Twitter handle, Telegram handle, and I mean email you need to verify. Twitter, Telegram handle you don't have to verify. We will verify it later on. And yeah, you can simply just connect to your wallet and uh, click on the, so you will get the code and put the code and verify yourself, and you will be able to uh, claim your rewards. Again, this will always be open at every episode 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. UTC, so you don't have to worry if you missed today's shows. You can always claim that rewards again, and the next week show to, like next Saturday 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. UTC as well. So yeah, this is the platform. Again, this will be available on show.securechain.ai. So we will share the link in like on the X as well as in the Telegram group. So yeah, feel free to join
Nice
in.
and easy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Richie?
It's clean UI, nice and easy, very simple and straightforward. Not
Yeah,
much that can go wrong with that process.
yeah. So that was the goal. And actually, that was, see, this is the very big decision which we took of enabling the withdrawal and unstake and staking from the mining, like old mining app itself, instead of going with the new mining app. The reason is because many, like I'm sure many people would be cursing me, and I deserve that. So I'll accept that and apologize. But we had to make that change. It was a, you know it was like you know a painful pill which we had to take to get cured. So we took it, and this has helped a lot to transform this project. And we are, and that to every person who has supported through that downtime as well. So yeah, but you will have the opportunity. So just on Monday, log into your staking and mining application. You will be able to withdraw and unstake, and just as you were able to before. But you will not be able to create new stakes. No more new mining. Okay, the new staking, and because we are, so that was essentially an inflationary mechanism, right?
Yeah.
And so with this innovation, we are turning it into the innovate, like growth engine of the project, instead of being the inflationary component of the project. Yeah,
Strengthening the core values, the core functions of the blockchain itself.
yeah. So yeah, I think this is a very good time to complete the show. It has been 1 hour and 48 minute long, and so many people has joined in. Thank you very much, and thank you, Richie, for taking this time out. And again, I would like to share this with community. And Richie, I think you would be the right person to share it, right? That your commitment to the show.
Yeah, so I'll be on the show going forward every Saturday, and I'll add as much value as I possibly can. And I hope you guys enjoy and like me being on the show, and see value in what I bring.
Definitely. And every week we do a lot of discussions internally, me and Richie also. So, it creates a opportunity for everybody to learn from these conversations also. Like for in our, like, so I'm So there's one story, right, about Samudra Manthan in Hindu mythology, like Hindu religion. And with the Samudra Manthan, it is said that okay, uh, the elixir and the poison and everything came out of that Samudra Manthan. So similarly, when we do the conversation and when we do the discussions, we actually create a lot of things, and from that we create this education, we create that value. So yeah, thank you very much, Richie, for having this conversation and taking this time out.
100%. Thanks for having me. I enjoy being here every time I come on. It's always great conversations. It feels like we stop the show at an hour sometimes, but we go for a few more, and today we've proven that. Um, it's always a vibrant and engaging conversation we have.
Definitely. And today is actually the reason for show being this long is also because there was a lot of content too. Like,
Yeah,
uh, because I've been really busy doing so many things that I was not able to communicate it to the community well also. So that is something which I want to change. And yeah, hopefully we'll, at least get better at it.
we're seeing the evolution of the show in real time.
Yeah, true, true. All right, Richie, thank you very much. And everybody, every member of the community, I'm wishing you a very happy weekend and a productive week ahead. So have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you everybody on the set 2, season 3, next Saturday, 2 p.m. UTC sharp. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend ahead.